Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in the room. So many gifts pouring in me. Hey, happy Thursday. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Go ahead and say that your faith is going to the next level. Come on. Come on. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on. We got some things to talk about. I'm definitely going to get some tips today. Come on in the room. I'm giving people time to come into the room. Giving people time to come into the room. So I hope you're ready to take some amazing notes. Hey, Stephanie. How you doing? Hey, Nixon. So I hope y'all excited as we're about to dive in on today. I hope your week has been a success so far. Hey, Teresa. It's good to see you. I ain't seen you in a minute. Come on in the room, y'all. If you're on TikTok, go ahead and share the broadcast with 15 people. Let's get the hearts to 1,000. If you are on YouTube, go ahead and share this with 4 people in your friends, 4 people in your phone. And if you are on Facebook, share this to your timeline and tag 4 amazing people. All right. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. God is good. I hope y'all ready. If you're an entrepreneur, make sure you shout your business out in the chat. People know people you don't know, but people you need to know. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on. Come on in the room. Make sure you shout your business out. You never know who's looking for you. Hey, Larry. Today we're going to talk about some things that dealing with being intentional. Things about being intentional, y'all. Because you'll be surprised where you could go if you just start being intentional. We got You Wear It Well LLC in the building. And the great I am, life inside of me. Yes. Come on. Even in your business, even in your life. How you doing? I'm excited about today's teaching. Hopefully I'll be on here for about 20, 25 minutes. If you haven't checked out my single, make sure you check it out on YouTube, on all platforms. I'm back by T. Lachey. Come on. If you haven't registered for Cried and Heal, we do have virtual admission available. You can go to TamiraLachey.com. TamiraLachey.com to register. Hey, Vicky. It is free. Lives in me. Hey, Renee, how you doing? Yaya, how you doing? Hey, Shamal, how you doing? All right, so we're getting ready to dive in, you all. I am Coach Tamira Lachey with Increased Marketing and Consulting, where we bring business to reality through graphic design, brand strategy and development, business strategy and development, coaching, and client representation. I hope you're excited about today. I am excited. Somebody say, I'm excited. I'm excited. We'll be talking about 5 ways being intentional will unlock your success in life and business. You may be saying to yourself that you are going to be successful, that this year is going to be the best year yet. You may be saying to yourself that you're going to get out of the way. You may have even said to yourself that you're going to do some things differently this year so that you can get a different kind of result. What? So that you can get a different kind of result, because you may not be excited, or you may not be happy with your results, right? You may not be happy with your results. But guess what? I want you to understand that how you move on a day-to-day matter on a day-to-day basis matter. What you do every single day, it matters, Jacqueline. And that changes the game for you. Sometimes you could be doing something you like, I don't understand. I'm doing what I do, but I ain't seeing no results. But sometimes you can't do what you do. Sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone and do something else. Hey, Lady T. Sometimes you got to do something else. Your way doesn't work. And the thing is, stats don't lie. Okay? Y'all ever heard numbers don't lie? Stats don't lie. And so what you got to begin to understand is sometimes the way you do things do not work. It may feel good. You may even be comfortable, but it is hindering you from getting the results that you desire. How many of you can really admit, come on, be transparent right now. Go ahead and raise your hand and say, you know what? I said I don't put in work, but I'm not seeing the fruit of my labor. How many of you feel like you're not seeing the fruit of your labor? How many of you feel like it's so much more that you can have? It's so much more that should be given to you. It's so much more when it comes to that vision that God is giving you. And if you feel that way, it is absolutely okay to feel that way. Thank you for being transparent. I want you to understand it's time to shift. It's time to shift. And in order for you to really get what God keeps showing you, you have to be willing to get uncomfortable. You got to be willing to get uncomfortable. And if you're not willing to get uncomfortable, you're going to look up 3 years from past, you still in the same spot. Some of you feel that right now. Some of you feel like you still in the same spot you was in 3 years ago. Some of you feel like, my business should have did way better than it's doing right now. Some of you feel like, man, my life should be way better than it is right now. So you got to be willing to do something different. And if you're not willing to do something different, you're not going to get something different. All right. So I want you to understand that. So number one, we're going to talk about intentional people define what success actually looks like for them. So what does success look like for you? For some people, success looks like millions of dollars. For some people, it looks like multiple six figures. For some people, it looks like debt free. What does success look like for you when it comes to your life? Let's talk about that first. What does success look like when it comes to your life? What does it look like? Does it look like your car being paid off? Does it look like you bought a house and you no longer have a mortgage because it's paid off? What does success actually look like for you? If you're an entrepreneur, what does that look like? Does it look like you having hundreds of clients? Does it look like you having $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 coming in monthly? What does success look like for you? You got to be intentional about defining that. And you can't define that based off what somebody wants for you. You got to define it based off what you want. And then once you define it based off what you want, you got to ask yourself, do you have the capacity or the ability to allow somebody to help you stretch? To allow somebody to help you shift? Because guess what? You might be thinking too small. You might actually be thinking too small. And it's more in you than you realize. It's more in you than you realize. I've come to the realization throughout the years that it's a lot of people, y'all. A lot of people don't realize what's in them. Somebody say, I don't realize what's in me. I've been sleeping on me. How many of you been sleeping on you? Come on. Hey, Jessica. How many of you been sleeping on you? Can we be for real? Can we be for real? I'm about to shift y'all TikTok. Okay? I'm shifting y'all. Cool. Ooh. All right. So I shifted y'all. All right. There we go. All right. So what does that mean? I want y'all to think about that, right? I want you to think about so you know what your success look like, some of y'all. But if you don't know, I want you to put in the chat, I don't know. If I'm going to be honest, I don't have a clue what success in my business looks like. I just want you to be honest with yourself and just say, I don't know. If you know, I want you to ask yourself, why haven't you been intentional about producing that success? Now, some people might say, well, I've been working a job. I got another job and I haven't been focused. Okay. So what you got to understand is you can have another job and still run your business. But if you're not intentional about your hours, intentional about your day, you're going to look up and it's going to be December 2026. And it's going to be December 2026 and you ain't accomplished nothing. You ain't did nothing you said you was going to do because your job became your excuse. So what you have to do, and I'm going to help some of y'all, you have to come up with your part-time schedule. Because if you was working somebody else's job part-time, you would show up. You would feel obligated to show up. So you need to, outside of you all that work other jobs outside of your business, you need to go ahead and create your schedule part-time for your business. Yeah, you need to go ahead and do that. And you need to make it an obligation to show up during those times that you set. The time that you set, you now need to become intentional about it. Because the truth is, can you reach your financial goal part-time? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I was part-time in my business. I started this business in 2015. I did not go full-time into my business till 2022. So I was part-time in my business from 2015 to 2022. Okay? Part-time. That's it. But even being part-time, I was able to, because I've always been an entrepreneur. So I was able to take care of myself. Okay? Before I was married, I was able to take care of myself, working my business part-time because I was intentional about my part-time hours. I was intentional about it. And I did not care what people thought. I tell people all the time, I built my business from Facebook. The business I am running right now, I built my business from Facebook. I did not build my business from knocking on people's doors. I did not build my business from going and putting stuff on people's cars. I built my business from Facebook. I built relationships with people from all over the world using social media. And I still run my business today. And it has shifted. It has gone to another level. And the thing is, when I started my business in 2015, I did not hear a client's voice until 2022 when I went full-time. Because I knew when I went full-time, I had to do something different. Before then, everything was messenger, email. You telling me what you want. You telling me what you need via messenger or email. And I got the job done. But I couldn't tell you what they sounded like or nothing. But in 2022, I shifted. I got uncomfortable again. And I started to speak to clients. But my business shifted. You're going to go through major shifts within your business. But you have to make a decision to respect your business enough to get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Some of you, the thing is, you're trying to do it by yourself. How long have you been in business? And how long have you been doing it by yourself? You got to be honest. See, this is why executive meetings are important. Strategic meetings are important because it gives you the ability to be honest. The truth will set you free. So I want you to understand, you have to be honest with yourself and you have to say to yourself, okay, what is it that I need to do? What is it? Because I done did this. I done did that. I done did this over here. And I'm still not getting the results. Well, I need to do something different. The people just ain't showing up. No, the people don't know you exist. The people that are looking for you do not know you exist. There are so many people that's so intentional about getting support from their family and friends that they don't even realize your family and friends don't need your service. Strangers need your service. That's why I never understand how some entrepreneurs get upset when their best friend don't support them, when their friends don't support them. I'm like this. If I own a store and my friend don't need nothing in that store, my friend is not obligated to buy anything in that store if she don't need it. And if I get upset because she ain't patronizing my business, something is wrong with me. I have a problem. Because if she doesn't need what I have, there is no need for her to patronize me. She can support me by praying for me. She can support me by encouraging me. But if she doesn't need my service, she does not have to pay for my service. I need her to go where she needs to go, because you started a business to solve a problem. So if your family and your friends don't have that problem, they don't need your service. So a lot of people are very intentional about getting their family and friends to support them, that they don't realize that it's strangers that actually become your new family. It's strangers that become your family within your business and your organization. And once you realize that, the problem is you're not willing to get uncomfortable to talk to those people that are supposed to be your sheep. So you trying to make your family and your friends your sheep. Mm-mm. See, it's that the sheep will know your voice. The sheep knows their shepherd voice. You're trying to make people hear your voice. No, position yourself that the right people will come along that need you, so that they can patronize from you towards you. They can support you. They can get the help that they need, right? But if you are stuck on your family and your friends supporting you, being there for you, when you are an entrepreneur, you're never going to go to the next level as an entrepreneur, because you have in your mind to stay comfortable. You can't stay comfortable in this journey. You got to be willing to go to get uncomfortable. There are layers to being uncomfortable. When you want to make your first 50,000, that's a certain version of you. When you want to make 100,000, that's another version of you. When you want to make multiple six figures, that's going to take another version of you. When you want to hit 1 million, it's going to take another version of you. So it's going to cause you, Michelle, to always be uncomfortable. But you got to make up in your mind that this is something that you are going to make sure that you do. You're going to be intentional about this. Nobody can make that decision for you but you. It doesn't matter if the resources come your way. If you're not willing to be uncomfortable, no, Monique, guess what? You're not going to the next level. You're not going. It don't matter how many times you dream about it, how many times God give you vision about it, how many times you feel like something is missing. Until you make up in your mind you are going to go through a season of being uncomfortable, you are not going to get to your next, which is your bigger, your better, and your greater. And guess what? Do you deserve to get to bigger, better, and greater? Yes, you do. But guess what? You are the only one that can make it happen, and you are the only one that can stop it. And if you are not willing to get uncomfortable, guess what? You're going to miss it. That's why it is important that you say to yourself, I am in my season of being uncomfortable, and I'm going to be intentional about it. I'm going to be intentional about it because my success is determined off of it. My success is based off of it. I can't afford not to be intentional. But I want you to understand that when you are intentional, guess what? Disruption comes, distractions come. Different things are going to occur, but it can't stop you. It can't stop you. You're the only one that can stop you. It can't stop you. Now you can say, "Oh, I'll do it tomorrow because I don't feel like it." You stop your process because something came and disrupted what you had intended. No, you shut disruption down. You shut distraction down and say, "No, I got a job to do. I got goals to reach. I got stuff I said I was doing. And because I said I was doing it, I'm going to stick with the program and get the job done." This is what you have to say to yourself. And if you're not willing to impart this into you on a day-to-day basis until you understand, if you're not willing to get to a point where you say to yourself, I am not going to allow anything to stop me, until you get to that point. You got to understand. You're not going to see what it is that God keeps showing you. And notice I keep saying God keeps showing you, because this ain't coming from you. The next level that God keeps showing you, he's showing you that. You ain't showing yourself that. God is showing you bigger for your life. God is showing you your business is bigger than where it's at. God is showing you that you are impactful. God is showing you that you're a money magnet. God is showing you that wealth is your portion. God is showing you abundance is your portion. God is showing you all of these things. He's showing it to you. And he's showing it to you because he knows you got what it takes inside of you to make it happen. But you keep stopping you, and you keep blaming the enemy. No, the only enemy you need to be blaming is that version of you that don't want to see you win. Because there is a version of us that don't want to see us win. And that's the battle that we have every single day. Every single day. The battle is with ourselves. It's always been with us. It's always been with us. Something within us make excuses for us. Something within us will sit there and tell us, I can't do this. Nah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until October. I'm going to wait until November. Why you can't do it now? It came to you now. Why you can't do it now? See, I want y'all to understand. So many people do not see the fruit that God really wants you to see because you're looking at the wrong thing. You're looking at everything but God. You're looking at the one, you ain't looking at who can provide it. You ain't looking at none of that. That's why when it comes to coaching, a lot of y'all hesitate on getting a coach because the only thing you look at is your lack, the amount of money that you have, the amount of money that you don't have. But you're not, in my particular industry, I'm not talking about other industries where you might be coached, but it's no financial gain. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about in the business arena. You're looking at everything that you don't have, that you don't even realize the blessing. And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs cannot get to the next level, because a coach like myself can come to you, right? And I can have everything that you need to help you get to the next level. You can hear me and you can want to do it. But then something in you be like, okay, I got to look at my finances. Well, why do you think you would be hiring a coach like me? You're hiring a coach like me to increase your finances. You're hiring a coach like me to help you get out your own way, remove the walls that's been put up so that you can finally make the money that you deserve. So what happens is a lot of you become intentional. You become intentional about, okay, I'm going to wait until I get the money to get a coach. Well, the whole purpose of getting a coach is to make more money. So you're going to wait. You're going to wait to get more money, to hire a coach to help you make more money when you need help making more money now. That's the part I don't think people realize. So if you want your hair done, you will get your hair done because that's what you want in that moment. You don't know how to do hair, so you go ahead and pay somebody to do your hair. Now, people that know how to do hair, they may or may not pay somebody to do their hair. But if you don't know how to do hair, you pay somebody to do your hair. And this is the thing. In a lot of cases, you don't say, I'm going to wait till I get the money. You go find the money. Matter of fact, you make sure you have the money because you need this person to provide you with something you don't know how to do. But when it comes to a coach, your mindset is, I'm going to go do what I don't know how to do so that I can hire them. That's why you ain't hired them yet, because you still ain't did what you don't know how to do, because you don't know what you don't know. And whatever is stopping you, you waiting to get money to hire a coach, that ain't enough drive either. That's why when you are an entrepreneur, you have to understand that this is a faith journey. Everything about it is faith. But faith without works is dead. But the thing is, you've been asking God for an increase. You've been asking God to take your business to the next level. Then he bring you a coach like me. And what do? Oh no, I gotta go pray about it. I gotta look at my money. Well, your money is the reason why you need a coach. And your money is the reason why you've been praying to God. The real question is not, the real thing is not you got to look at your money. The real thing is, are you ready to take a leap of faith to go to your next level? Because God presented it to you. He presented it to you, but are you ready to get out your own way? That's what you got to ask yourself. Because the problem is not money. The problem is you. Are you ready to get out your own way, or are you really allowing fear to consume you? Because you know you. You know that you got a problem with procrastination. You know that you got a problem with being inconsistent. But see, again, you got to be willing to get out your own way. You can't see the next level in your business with the same mindset that you had yesterday, with the same mindset you got up with this morning. You have to be willing to shift. You have to be willing to get uncomfortable. So you got to become intentional. You got to be intentional about being uncomfortable and intentional about making the decision necessary for your success. That's what you got to do. Number 2, intentional people protect their time like it's currency, like it's money, baby. Some of you got that mindset, I'm going to do everything by myself. You're not protecting your time. You wasting a lot of your time. All because you don't want to hire people. You don't want to hire people. Because you want to keep everything to yourself. And if you want to keep everything to yourself, you ain't going to make enough. You ain't going to make no more money. That's what people got to understand. You know, when I started hiring people on my team, I didn't look at my money. I looked at my vision. Because I knew that in order to go to another level financially in my business, in order to go to another level with my vision, I had to be willing to get uncomfortable. And I knew I could not do it by myself. And so when I first started hiring my team, that was a faith move, man. Hey, Phoenicia, that was a faith move, because I was like, I'm finna start taking care of other people's families, and I gotta make sure I'm making the money. You know what I'm saying? And I did that when I went into my brick and mortar. And so I wasn't just taking care of other people's families, Phoenicia, but I had to take care of the overhead and all of that too. And so I took a leap of faith, and I hired some people to join my team. And I'm gonna be real, that was a faith move. But I also know from business that in order to go to the next level, you got to be doing that. And God is a supplier of every need. So if I'm helping take care of other people's family, God gonna what? He gonna start supplying some needs. Because he ain't just supplying needs for me. He's supplying needs for other people now. And that's exactly what he did. Now I had to start moving differently. I had to take off some responsibility from myself. So that means I had to trust them in their gifts. And that was hard at first. That was real hard. Trusting other people to run certain plays within your business that you used to doing by yourself. That's hard, because are you going to do the job like me? And then I realized it's all about training. I got to make sure I train properly. If a mistake is made, I got to look at myself before I look at them. So it was a learning experience, a growing experience, and I continue to be in that situation as my business grow, as my team grow and stuff like that. But it's all a risk. It's all a faith move. And one of the things from my experience I can honestly say is God showed up. I shifted. I started making more money. I started giving more hours, right? And stuff like that. So I want y'all to understand something. Ain't nothing about being an entrepreneur safe. Ain't nothing about being an entrepreneur safe. So that's why every single day you wake up that you're supposed to go to work, you got to be intentional. And if you're not willing to be intentional, then that's what the problem is. You're winging it. You're doing whatever you want to do. You're doing however you feel like it. And like I said earlier, some of y'all, the only problem that you got is you ain't got a coach. That's it. I'm just being real. That's the only problem. You got the skill set. You just don't have the accountability. You don't have to coach. And until you take a leap of faith and hire a coach like me to help you, you're gonna keep praying. And you're gonna keep wondering why. Because sometimes the solution be right in your face. But you don't have the guts to walk out on faith. You don't have the guts to take that risk. And you wait. I had some people wait. I start coaching them 5 years later, But the truth of the matter is, where would you be if I would have coached you 5 years ago? That's the real question. Where would you be if I would have started coaching you 5 years ago and you were intentional? See, those are the kind of questions you really got to start asking yourself. Got to start asking yourself that. Because the thing is, y'all, everybody got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We all got to start somewhere. And, I asked God, I said, God, you put me in the biggest storm of my life in 2025. And, my living arrangement, all of that. You did all of that in 2025. And, when I have conversations with God, I'm like, God, I had to trust you in 2025. But the Lord had to remind me, people need to understand, because I'm going to be real. I done been on phone calls with people, and all they do is make excuses of why they can't get to the next level. I hear more excuses than anything. And then I understand why I went through what I went through, so that I can show people it's not an excuse. All you got to do is make up in your mind that you're going to do it. That's it. All you got to do is make up in your mind that you're going to do it. You can easily make an excuse. I could have made an excuse. If I would have made an excuse, I would not be in my home office right now talking to y'all. If I would have made an excuse, I probably would have shut my business down. If I would have made an excuse, I would have never turned everything around by the grace of God and with God. But I didn't make an excuse. Oh, no. I remembered who I am and whose I am. And I remembered that God gave me a vision bigger than what my mind can even fathom. And am I crazy enough in a storm to remember that and run the play? And that's exactly what I did. And God began to move suddenly. Suddenly. I got with my coach, one of my coaches, and my coach turned around and told me what I needed to start doing. And you know what I did? I started doing it. And guess what? I got back in my rhythm. I got back in the rhythm that I was in when everything was elevating. And I'm in that rhythm because I was willing to reach out to my coach, be coachable, and get out of the way. I was, and I am. And I am just so grateful. So I need y'all to understand, you got to be intentional about your success. Intentional. You got to be. What are you scratching off your list? Are you even writing a list? Thank you for the gifts. Are you even writing a list? Every day, what are you going to accomplish? What are you setting yourself up to accomplish every single day? What is your list? I want to ask y'all a question this morning. I did a stewardship class on Tuesday nights. By the way, we do Become a Great Steward Over Your Finances every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are saying to yourself, you are ready to take your finances to the next level. But I asked them a question, and the question was, what is 1 times 0? Put it in the chat. What's 1 times 0? Can anybody answer that question for me? Put it in the chat, y'all. What is 1 times 0? 0. Exactly. So I asked him this question, but the question that I asked him, we were going over something on the board, and I said, which number looks the best? Exactly what I said. And the numbers that I had on the board was free or 0, 10,000, 1,000, 100,000, 1,000,000. And I said, which number looks the best? And they were like, some were like, the one they say free, if I got to pay something. 1,000,000, if you talk about how much money I want to have. That was the response. Free, if I got to pay something. $1 million, if you're talking about the money I want to have. And I was so happy about that response because that response defines a lot of people's actions in entrepreneurship. You want as many free services as you possibly can, but you want to be a millionaire. But 1 times 0 is 0. That means 0 can't produce for you. God is a multiplier. A multiplier. So if God tells you that he is going to take your business to the next level, and you think you're going to get to the next level by registering for free things, doing everything by yourself so you don't have to spend no money, you're not getting to the next level because he can't multiply that. He can't multiply that because 2 times 0 is 0. 10 times 0 is 0. 100 times 0 is 0. He can't multiply free. He can't multiply 0. But he telling you he want to bless your business, bless your organization, and you still looking for 0. You still looking for free because you're not willing to take the risk. You're not willing to walk out on faith. But so because of that, you can't experience his multiplication. He can't multiply your business because you looking for 0. I hope I'm helping y'all because I need people to understand. If you really think entrepreneurs that get to the next level got to the next level because their money was where it needed to be, you still don't get it. It's a faith industry, baby. You have to make faith moves. And those faith moves stretch you, make you uncomfortable so that you can get out your own way. That's why sometimes when people register for free, they don't show up. Because it didn't make you uncomfortable. Your next level is based off your comfort zone. Is it uncomfortable or is it comfortable? These are questions you got to ask yourself so that you can get to your next level. Are you tired yet? Because if you're not tired yet, you still not going to see those results. You're not. You're not going to see your results. I'm really just trying to help you because you're going to mess around and you're going to see somebody else do what you do. And they ain't been doing it as long as you, but they elevate further than you. All because they were willing to do what you was not willing to do. So you got to ask yourself, what kind of moves are you going to make in this season? Are you going to be intentional? Are you going to move differently? Or are you going to make the proper faith moves so that you can finally see different results in your business? Y'all, I hope y'all got something out of the day. I hope y'all did. I hope y'all did. I hope y'all did. Y'all, I am Coach Tamir Lachey with Increased Marketing and Consulting, where we bring business to reality through graphic design, brand strategy and development, business strategy and development, coaching, and client representation. Look, if you are ready to set the right foundation for your business or organization, we got Thrive Group Coaching Community, where we meet every first and third Monday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is only $37. We meet on Zoom, and this is for new entrepreneurs. You want to make sure that foundation is set correctly. And then we have what is called the Strategy Room. The Strategy Room is $247. That's it. But it's only going to be like that for 2026. 2026, that's it. So, and it's liable to change within 2026. But right now it's $247 a month. We meet every Monday and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. This is where we provide strategy and solutions in place for you to run throughout the week so that you can meet your financial goal. That is the whole purpose of the strategy room. It is for you to make money, and get out of your own way to make the money that your business deserves to make. So if you're saying to yourself, you want to be a part of the strategy room, all you got to do is visit our website, set up a consultation. That's all you got to do, because you actually have to complete an application for the strategy room before we can actually accept you into the strategy room, because we want to make sure that you're not in the beginning stage of setting that foundation, because this is strictly for people that have everything in place to make money in their business. All right. And if you're saying to yourself, you would like one-on-one coaching, I have what is called Coach on a Budget. Yes, on a budget, where I will coach you 1 to 2 times a month, one-on-one, on a budget, based off your budget, that can be beneficial for you. And I'll work with you for 3, 6, or 12 months. If you are interested in that, all you got to do is DM me if you're on TikTok, or if you on Facebook or YouTube, go to our website. You can go to our website too, increaseglobal.net, increaseglobal.net. Go ahead and subscribe, and then let us know that you want to set up a consultation. You all, I hope you enjoy this amazing, amazing Thursday. Go out there and win. Some of you do need to join us here at Increase Marketing and Consulting so that we can help you in your business, because we would love to work in the spirit of excellence with you. One of the things I ask all my clients, all I need you to do is give yourself your best. I'm going to give you my best, but I cannot be you. If you give you your best, I'm already giving you my best. You're going to get to the next level in your business. All right, you guys, again, I'm Coach Tamira Lachey. Until next time, y'all be blessed.